Hi everyone, this is Dr. Stefan. In this video, I'd like to answer two questions about Symbicort. So Symbicort is this inhaler, and many people actually use this one. It's a very popular inhaler for asthma or COPD. Now, the questions relate to inhaler technique and some issues that people have with twisting this bit and not being sure whether they've taken enough of the medication. So hopefully I'll clear this up. Let me read the questions out to you. So let me just switch over to the bigger screen here. So look, this is the first question. This is the second one. I'll just read them out to you and then I'll answer them in turn. So, okay, it seems I'm breathing too slow. This relates to the inhaler technique, by the way. So does it mean that the dose stayed in the inhaler because I didn't breathe so deep? What happens to this loaded unused powder if I will load my a new dose tomorrow? Will it accumulate? So that's the first thing, and I'll come back to this in a second. Let me read out the second one to you as well. What happens if I always took it wrong, like after the click, I twisted once more? I still got my med inside. So basically, let's take it in turn. The first question, I'm just going to first demonstrate how I would take Symbicort. I think that's really important because if I show you that one, basically that's going to be easier for you to understand where the issues come up in these questions. So Symbicort is a dry powder inhaler. I have some videos on my channel on how to use it, but hopefully you'll see how I'm going to use it right now. So basically this is the demonstrated device. And normally when you twist off the top, you have, this is the mouthpiece right here. And this is where you would be breathing medication through. This is the twisty top at the bottom. So you twist once and back, and it clicks. And once it clicks, it is armed and ready to be used. So you breathe out and then you have to breathe in deeply and forcefully. Hold your breath for 10 seconds or as long as you're comfortable and breathe out. So let me just demonstrate this now. So I'm breathing out and then taking it now. Hold, 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 and slowly release. So that's basically how you use Symbicort. And then you would just like put the top back. Now the first question, what I think happens is basically this. They are basically twisting back, activating it, it clicks, but then they do it like this. Slowly. So basically they're not really getting the dose in, and that's not the right inhaler technique. But then they are worried because on the next day, they will again do this and turn back, activate it, and then take it again. And they fear that they will take double the dose or more, or 1.7 times the dose or whatever. So basically, I don't think this is a very big issue in the sense that even if you do take 2 puffs of the Symbicort by accident, it's probably not going to cause any major issue. However, the major issue in this question, I think, is the fact that the breathing is too slow. So basically, if you're not really moving these powder granules from the Symbicort deep inside the airways, you're not actually treating your asthma or your COPD because this needs to reach the deeper parts of the lungs. So when you breathe in, you need to breathe out and then empty your lungs and then breathe in forcefully, deeply, hold your breath, let it settle in your lungs and then slowly breathe out. So I'll demonstrate again. So and slowly release. So basically this is how you take it. But even if, say, you've twisted it a couple of times and you've got potentially more than 1 dose in there, it should be okay. It shouldn't be very risky for you because the doses that we use in inhalers generally are very, very small. So the amount of medication you're actually inhaling is very, very small, and it won't make that much of a difference from day to day. In the long run, obviously, it does matter what dose you're on, but I think from day to day, it's probably fine. And they are quite safe medications, so you need to take quite a lot of this to actually have a lot of side effects, I would say. But always remember, it's a good idea to rinse after you've inhaled so that any powder that's left on your vocal folds, things like that, is rinsed out. So just take some water, gargle, spit, and just cap it and it's done. Now let's take the second part of the question. So what happens if I took it wrong, like after the click I twisted once more? Do I still got my med inside? So this is basically what's happening here in this question. So basically they are twisting back, it's armed, but then they twist again. What would this do you think? So it's been already activated, so the medication is still there. So if you're taking it now, it will probably still be fine. As far as I know, I don't think this will be an issue. It's just that you'll have to, at some point, twist it back to get more medication in the actual pipe that leads to the mouthpiece. So if I take it now, basically I've twisted once more, it should be fine. So slowly release. I still feel something, so probably something is coming, even though I've twisted it again. But then obviously you're getting to the stage where you're activating it again, so you're generating a little bit more powder. But these two questions tie in together nicely, because a lot of people are worried that, oh my god, I've overdosed on the inhaler. And I don't think that's such a big problem. I don't think you should worry about it that much. It's not such a big issue if you're taking accidentally a double dose. But always try to return to the basics. So if you've accidentally twisted it a couple more times, just return to the place where you were, where you are able to just twist once and twist back and hear a click. That's when it's fine. So you should be able to twist once and then twist back and hear a click. And that's when you arm it and it's ready for use. So you breathe out, breathe in again, and then cap it. So let me just finish by taking one more demonstrated dose, and then I'll end the video. So let me breathe out. And slowly release. If you're having issues with the inhaler technique, always talk to your doctor, because you need to be able to take it correctly. Otherwise, it won't be beneficial in your case. Hope this was helpful, and I'll see you in future videos. All the best to you. Good health.